on making social media content to promote your indie book, comic, or art, I'm gonna give you a tip that tends to work for me, who has to make content all the time. And that is this. And you're going to love this because maybe it will simplify things for you, because everyone tells you to do a whole bunch of stuff. And that is, one, batch your content. And how do you batch your content? Well, there is one idea. You're going to get an idea for what you think, what type of video you're going to make. Then you're going to take that same idea and you're going to come at it from different perspectives, at least 3 perspectives. And then you're going to film each of those 3 perspectives, so that one idea turned into at least 3 different videos for you. That is something that I do to make sure that I have enough videos in the stockpile. So on a day that I'm not feeling well, or I'm tired, or have somewhere to go and I don't feel like having to figure out another video to put on any of the different accounts that I manage, I'm able to pull out one that's already in the bed. A book about this kid who accidentally gets superpowers. Well, yeah, you could take that idea of, okay, there's this kid who accidentally got superpowers, and you can make a video talking about this kid who accidentally makes superpowers. So how do we take that same idea and give it a different angle? Well, let's say, instead of saying this kid, let's say this loner accidentally gets superpowers. Same character. Now we call them a loner. We used an adjective of that character and say, you know what? That's what we're going to use to describe this character. Okay? Let's come up with the third thing. What is something? Remember, we said he was a kid, he gets superpowers, and then we said he was a loner who accidentally gets superpowers. So a little bit of curiosity there. So now what's the third thing that we can do? Same character, same storyline. What else can we do to describe this kid? We can say this nerdy, awkward geek trips over a broom and winds up getting bit by a radioactive rat to get superpowers. Now that was a lot, and I just made this off of the top of my head, but something weird like that. So we went from kid gets superpowers to loner accidentally gets superpowers to some nerdy, geeky kid trips over a broom and gets bit by a radioactive rat. And that's how they get superpowers. What? Sounds weird and crazy. I want to know more. What do you mean a radioactive rat? That's weird. A kid got bit in school and in a lawsuit. That right there has given me the same story describing the character and the outcome in 3 different ways, which gives me 3 videos that I can make and put out every other day or in the same day, however you want to do it. So doing that will help you batch content, take the same idea and find different ways of describing it, different angles, and record that. And voila, you got all your batch content that you need that you can turn around and drop on your socials.